Shalom, everyone. Today we'll talk about the tone of the prayers that we have during the high holidays. And so a little story about the Hasidim of Karlin. Um, the Hasidim of Karlin are famous for their very loud davening. I remember once leading a tour of Israel for my Johannesburg congregation, and we had our own minyan at the Kotel in Jerusalem on the Friday night. We couldn't hear a word because the Karliner Hasidim were around the bima right next to ours and davening at the top of their lungs as per their custom. We simply had to wait for them to finish before we could hear ourselves. Let me continue. My father would tell the story of a Jew who observed a Karliner Chassid davening in just such a manner, really crying out to the heavens in loud, raucous prayer. The fellow went over to the Karliner and asked him pointedly, "Tell me, Rebbe Yid, have you tried talking to him nicely?" Meaning in a nice voice. So, there's other versions of the story, but basically, the idea is that we're supposed to talk to Hashem in a voice that is everybody else can hear, except for the Amida, of course. And so we already talked about the Amida being quiet, Tfilat Lachash. So as a rule, the Amida is supposed to be recited quietly, as we saw previously in the laws of prayer. However, on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, there were those who recited the Amida out loud in order to improve their concentration. Even though it is not permissible during the rest of the year, as it may confuse other worshippers, this is not a concern of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, because everyone has a machzor. Nevertheless, people should not pray too loudly, both to avoid disturbing other worshippers and to avoid appearing like the prophets of Baal, who screamed at the top of their lungs to their gods, and Elijah actually mocked them and said, maybe he's sleeping, maybe he's on a way somewhere, so that's why you're yelling so loud. Another reason to recite the Amida quietly is its exalted nature, which dictates that it be kept private. On the days of awe, it makes sense to be even more careful about this, where almost everyone prays silently, as is the case in most congregations today. One may not pray out loud, even though there is no concern that people will make mistakes, as they have machzorim before them. Nevertheless, when one prays aloud, it distracts worshippers and disrupts their concentration. And may I just add that on Yom Kippur, when you say Al Chet Shechatan Lefanecha, we're trying to have everybody in mind who may have sinned, and so we can't make it loud, because then somebody will think, oh, maybe that's my sin, or maybe the guy next to me is thinking that I sinned with that specific problem. So, as a Machzorim note, it is customary to open the ark during the recitation of certain prayers. At those times, it is customary for everyone to stand in order to give honor to the Torah, which is on display. However, according to the letter of the law, the obligation to stand is limited to the time when the Torah scroll is in motion, meaning when we take it out of the ark and when we put it back in. When it is stationary, whether in the ark or on the podium, one is not required to stand. Therefore, the elderly, the weak, and the sick who find it difficult to stand up may sit even while the ark is open. Nevertheless, when the Torah is in motion, they should make extra efforts to stand. So, just one last comment. During the Ila, our custom is to have the ark open for the whole repetition. And so, again, because the Torah is not in motion, we are allowed to sit if we need to. When we were younger, of course, it was much easier to stand for the whole time. But I find that people today in our community, especially mostly the elderly, sit for most of it. And when the Torah is in motion, which is not during the Ilah, they get up to kiss it, which is the appropriate way to do. and we'll stop here.